Hello, it's Monday 12th of April today. We're doing another house hunting day.
Yes, it was 10 years ago today. We had our second day looking at some houses in this region, so we're going to go and look at those same places again.
Yes.
Alrighty then, ready for this nice day out?
In Gilling Road now, that's a house with a bird on the roof.
The house over there is the one we went to have a look at. Yes, it was a Tuesday, wasn't it, that we came to have a look at it, and there it is. Gayhurst is the name of it. But we used to call it the Blobby House, didn't we? We'll explain why in a moment. And whose house is that behind you there?
Sir Ross's.
The people from Oak House that we bought the house from moved in next door to this house we went to have a look at. How weird is that, eh? So just John and I walked down the road to see that one, but Tina is with us today. Lovely daffodils here, yes. I know they always have a good display up here near the Ducket. Yes, so Gayhurst, or the Blobby House as we called it. We went in, and what was it like in there, John? Can you describe it?
It was very nice, but it wouldn't be suitable for us.
That's right, yeah. It was quite large in there, you know, it's that sort of house. It's a big detached house. Quite a nice style. I wouldn't go overboard on it, but it had a nice feeling. But it did need a few adjustments. It didn't seem right. And of course, it's on quite a busy road, and there's not even a pavement outside, so we were put off by that. It was nice to see it. The people who owned it, I think the man was a builder. We didn't really see him. And the lady, I think, was a seamstress or something like that. She was making curtains and dresses or something like that. She had a whole room, so to say. And was it 3 little girls they had, John?
Yeah.
And they were teeny weenies and following us around in the house there. Yeah. It was a nice place, but not suitable for us. And the reason it's called the Blobby House is, John, do you remember?
Because they painted it pink.
Yeah. When we came to visit that time in April 11, it was just one colour, wasn't it? But when we came back up here once we'd moved, it had pink and yellow dots on it, like Mr. Blobby. You remember Mr. Blobby? And it was the same thing. I think they just did it to amuse the kids, because it was only like that for a few days or weeks. But everyone started calling it the Blobby House. Right, so it's a nice sunny day today, as you see. I hope we won't have snow in a minute, because that's what it looked like yesterday until it started to snow. So we're going to drive down and have a look at the second house we went to see on this day 10 years ago, which is also in Richmond. It's just down the hill near the schools.
Well, St Nicholas is close now.
And it was number 6.
Yes.
Right there, that's the one we had a look inside with the big 6 in letters on the wall, which I don't like particularly. But what do you think, Tina, from the outside?
Yeah, it looks quite good one, quite large, isn't it? What was it like inside?
It was quite nice. Again, the upstairs let it down. I feel that often the bedrooms are very bland and not very nice feeling.
Yeah.
The downstairs was really quite nice, I thought. And they have a conservatory at the back, and they had a really nice garden. Do you remember it, John? On a slope going up, and it had a little stream coming down with rockeries and stuff like that. It was nice. The people were nice. I think they were from the Birmingham area, and they wanted to move back to be with their family. And do you remember they had a French bulldog, John?
Oh, this is Justin's house.
Justin's house, yes. And they doted on it. They were saying that they wanted to be near their family, but we didn't see any photos of their family on the walls or on the coffee tables. It was all Justin.
Justin's number 1.
Definitely. He was a very cute little thing, I must admit. I could see what they liked about him. But, yeah, it was a nice house. I thought downstairs was very, very nice. A good kitchen, sort of okay living room, you know, it's quite a bit, but, you know, it was a decent room. But the conservatory, but it was sort of the kitchen and conservatory were kind of built in together. And it kind of had a glassy roof on the kitchen. It was really nice, and the garden was nice. But the other side of this house, the garden backs onto the main A road, going towards Scotch
I think it was more
Corner.
the location with this one, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah. Not, I mean... all right, that road at the back isn't probably any busier than the road through Gilling is, and this is quiet down here because we're just in a little cul-de-sac, but I don't know, it just didn't quite feel, it was a nice house, didn't quite feel right, and it was, I'd rather be either in town or in a village rather than in a suburb. I know we're not that far from town, so nice one, but not quite for us. That's the next door house there, and there's a little bit of shrubbery and stuff, and that house is in the next street, that one over there. St Nicholas is close. Well, this is a bit different from lunch yesterday when it was snowing. It's absolutely sunny and warm now. Is this a good spot for lunch, Johnny?
Yes.
Driven over through Redmire, we're just outside the village here. Just next to Redmire station here, the platform. Can you see the old train just over there?
Yeah.
What do you have for your
Got
sandwich?
cheese and pickle today.
Oh, same as me. In fact, you were the one that put the pickle in my sandwich, weren't you? What have you got today then, mate?
Marmite.
Marmite sandwich.
Yes.
Thank you. And I've got Crispies today, yes. I'm going to push the boat out sort of day today. Hey, what, I'm absolutely roasted. I've got the window open here. Why am I wearing this jacket? It's because it snowed this time yesterday. It was -2 in the night in Gilling. Yeah, and it's now sweltering. Anyway, let's have our lunch and then we can go and have a look at the next house we went to see all those years ago on this day. Brackenrigg. Sun's just got in for a minute. We're back down in the village now. Look at the nice green behind us. You like this place, Tina?
Yes.
It's a good village, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was one of the big selling points for this house here. So we're now outside the house that we came to look at in the afternoon on the 12th of April 2011. So what did you think of this one then, John?
It wasn't great, I thought, because of the junk all over the place. And
Oh, really?
work needs doing to the house.
It did
Yeah.
need work, too.
All right.
And there was scope to do the work, but it would have needed builders in and stuff like that
Yeah.
to knock down walls. You see, my dad needed certain things at the time, like a downstairs toilet and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and even a room where he could go. Could he not get up the stairs again? In the end, we got the stair lift once we moved to Oak House, but of course we hadn't thought that at the time. So
Yeah.
there's a garage on the end. That's where we thought we might be able to turn that into a room or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
It was a bit of a funny one as well, John, because the owner of it, can you remember what her name was now?
Maybe Anne, I'm not sure.
She showed us round with the estate agent, who I think was related to her. Was it her niece or something?
Yes.
Or her grandma was the lady who owned it or something. But anyway, it was kind of funny because she kept putting her foot in it. This is the owner, not the estate agent.
Yeah.
So I think the estate agent was a bit like, oh, why do you have to be here? Kept that.
Yeah.
In the end, I mean, at first, obviously, she was not like that to us. She was
Yeah.
probably just keeping it within herself. But after about the 4th or 5th gaff,
She was
which
like-
led to us, the estate agent was just like to us, what do I do? Because she knew that we wouldn't go for it. So
No.
the biggest classic was this next door house, totally without any prompting. I think we might have said, oh, what's the neighbours like or something, as you do. And she
Yeah.
was, oh, yeah, the son, he plays the drums. Or, oh, yeah, that's great. So she,
All
the
day
estate,
they
yeah.
play the drums.
And then-
Practicing all the time.
He's a nice lad, though, but he does play the drums the whole time. So the estate agent was like, yeah, but they did say he was going to university next year, didn't they? And we were like, no. So it was funny. It was a nice garden out the back. Do you remember that, John? Just a
Yes.
small garden, but nice. It had a sort of a big shed, like a working shed in the back. Trees. I think they might have chopped down some trees at the side of the house, and they've planted these little ones at the front. But anyway, yeah, I was really won over by the village. I mean, it's very quiet. It's a lovely
yeah.
place, surrounded by great
Yeah, I really
countryside.
like it.
The river's just down the hill there. So, do you remember we went to the river on New Year's Eve many years ago? Can you remember that?
Yeah.
He said unconvincingly. I think it was
Sorry.
2013 into 14, maybe. I can't really remember. So, yeah, lovely, lovely location. Nice outlook for the house.
Yeah,
That
like-
view that way
yeah,
is
It
great.
does seem nice, the outer.
It looks like a nice house
Yeah,
outside, but like
position.
John said, it wasn't winning us
Quite
over
right.
inside. No. And I was kind of more for it than the others. I think I was saying, yeah,
Yeah.
but you could do, because I was imagining all the
that's
walks.
what I think I'd be like.
But in the end, I knew my dad really didn't like it. My mum
Yeah.
was like not won over. John wasn't fussed, so
Yeah.
had to give it up. And it was the next day, the day after this, that we saw our magic house that we actually moved into. Of course, we didn't know that at
No.
the time. But I think this was the one I was like, oh, it's so close. If it was
Yeah,
nice inside.
I think this is the one I actually like the most,
Yeah.
from the idea of it, like the position and the look of the outside, maybe.
It's nice having another look at it, isn't it, John?
Yes.
Been past it many times in the car, just the road goes past the green there, but it's nice to stop and admire it. Right, are we ready to head off again then, or what?
Yeah.
Yes.
Should we go Grinton way home?
Yes.
Just for a laugh? That nice sun's just passed for a minute, but still lots of blue up there, so we might get some nice weather on the way home. Just on the way up the hills. Look at this. What a view. Beautiful. A bit breezy today, but not as windy as it often is up here. Do you like the views, Johnny?
Yes.
Magnificent, aren't they? Bishopdale. Another change in the weather. Hey, look at that out there. You can see the rain coming down now. It's magnificently sunny just a few minutes ago. That's a sight, isn't it? What do you think of this, Tina, up here?
Amazing.
Still some distant sun over there. You enjoying this one,
Yes,
John?
thank you.
Goes on for miles and miles, doesn't it?
Yeah, this open moorland up on the top here, yeah.
It's nice hearing the birds as well.
Can see some peewits out there now, swirling around. You saw a black grouse, was it? Or
Yeah.
red grouse, I don't know which.
And some partridges.
And at lunchtime there were a couple of pheasants, weren't there, and some rabbits. What a place, eh?
Yeah.
First time we've been able to come out to anywhere like this in ages.
Yeah.
Isn't it today? The shops are reopening.
That's right.
And
yeah.
the pubs and stuff like that.
First time in months.
First time really this year. It was only the
Yeah.
first couple of days of the year they were allowed to be open until today. What a crazy time we're living in at the moment.
That's Reef down there.
Wraith, what a view, hey? Magnificent, isn't it? And Arkengarthdale beyond. Just looking down into Swaledale here in front of Reef. Can't see the river or anything, can you, from up here? But it's a magnificent view, that's for sure. Well, the sunlight seems to have gone for now. It seems to be getting cloudier and cloudier, doesn't it? So, we've had a nice time out, haven't we? Good ride. Should we head home now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Righty-go. Oh, that was a good outing, wasn't it? Again,
Yes.
hey? Nice drive home as well. Came via Mask on the way back. That was good, wasn't it? You want to look at the brochures now? Oh, yes. Which one is this then, Johnny?
Gayhurst.
Yep. They've got any internal photos. Mrs. Bowman. That's what it says. That's what the name was. So it was a nice place, wasn't it, in there? But not quite the one for us. Yes.
Yes.
And then which other ones did we go to see? I thought St. Nicholas Close.
Yes.
Number 6. Justin the Bulldog's place. Yes, that's the one. Let's have a look. Does it say what the name is on the outside? Mr. and Mrs. Vincent, it
Yes.
says. Oh. And that's the one that you said it says sorry on the cover. Who
Yes.
wrote sorry?
Margie, probably.
Yes. Made the appointment at the wrong time or changed it. Yeah, it was nice downstairs, especially the kitchen and conservatory. Bit fuddy-duddy, and the rooms weren't so great upstairs, but nice house, you know, not a bad house. Someone will enjoy living there, I'm sure. What have we got next? Brackenrigg at Redmire. Yes, that's the one with the... You can see it better there than we could see today with the tree on the green. Of course, the leaves are just coming out at the moment. And inside, yeah, it was okay, but it would have needed a lot of work. Great view, though. Any more photos in there on the back?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. It was a nice garden as well, that one had, wasn't it? A few trees around. Lovely village. The location for that one was a winner. Dead winner, but unfortunately the house itself, not so much, eh? Do you enjoy looking at those ones?
Yes, I
We've
do.
got some more to come tomorrow.
Yay.